Hey everyone, it is Marina Bommarito with Bomb Your Mind Life Coaching. And today I'm going to talk about emotional support animals.
Long ago, on the young river, long ago, long ago.
I have had to write a couple different emotional support animals certifications for a few of my clients, and I know there's been some confusion and some requests for clarification on what an emotional support animal is, how it's different than a service animal, and what are the actual therapeutic benefits of having these animals. So first of all, there is a difference between an emotional support animal and a service animal. A service animal is a specific animal that is trained to do specific tasks for a human that has an emotional or physical disability. Now, this animal needs to be trained to do specific things that the human cannot do by itself. An emotional support animal is an animal that creates an overall more calming, positive environment for the human. This is a companion. This is for someone who is struggling with symptoms of anxiety, depression, loneliness. These are great candidates for an emotional support animal. Now, there's been a lot of different studies to show the benefits of having an emotional support animal. I will actually go ahead and put all the links down at the bottom to the resources and the studies that I will share with you today. But I wanted to just share a few of them that show really great results, and the data has really positive things to say about the effects of animals on our mental health. So the first one was actually published in the Journal for Gerontology, and they had a control group and an experimental group. So they took a group of elderly citizens who were living in a nursing home who all displayed symptoms of depression. And for the experimental group, they gave a cage with 5 crickets each. And in the control group, they gave no animals. So in the experimental group, they showed that after 8 weeks of having the live crickets in their rooms with them, they showed a decrease in symptoms of depression, and the control group did not. The next study I wanted to share with you comes from a Alzheimer's facility. They had an experimental group of elderly adults experiencing Alzheimer's symptoms dine in front of an aquarium with lots of colorful fish, and they had the control group dine with just other people in the group. They showed that the people in the experimental group, they were eating more, they were overall had better nutrition, they were less fatigued, less lethargic, they were more attentive and less prone to pacing. That showed incredible results just from dining with these animals in their environment. Another study was done using rabbits and turtles and imitations, just toy rabbits and toy turtles. And the research was to figure out if the hard shell of the turtle made it any less effective than the fluffy fur of the bunny, and if the toys had any effect on anxiety in adults. And at the end of the study, they showed that adults who interacted with the toy rabbits and the toy turtles showed no decrease in anxiety symptoms. And the adults who interacted with both the turtle and the rabbit had a decrease in anxiety symptoms. So that shows that not only does the soft fur or the hard shell, that doesn't really make a difference. It's just a matter of if it's living or not living. These are just really great examples of the benefits of mental health in adults and elderly people. Equine therapy is one of the most popular therapies that dates back all the way to the 1860s. Just grooming the horse, like brushing it and washing it, shows a decrease in symptoms of PTSD, especially for children and adolescents. There's lots of different research on therapeutic equine clinics and centers that offer week and month-long inpatient programs for teens and adolescents, especially who experience PTSD. The last piece that I want to touch on is a study done about gerbils and guinea pigs in classrooms as class pets. So it's really common for younger kids to have class pets, and this teaches them a whole host of different things from responsibility and mortality, but it also was shown to help children socialize more. Kids will gather together around class pets, around their cages. They all have to collaborate and decide, okay, whose turn is it to change the cage or to clean them? How are we going to name this animal together? and they really come together and they're better able to socialize with each other with this common denominator of a living being. Another really great benefit of having a pet, especially for children, is that it's a non-judgmental living being, right? It's no judgment-free zone, no judgment. So in a study done where children were having a hard time reading aloud, they had the children practice reading aloud to their pet. And it showed that they were able to increase their reading and speaking scores. So this helps the child feel more confident in their speaking abilities when they're able to do it in front of a judgment-free animal who they know has unconditional love for them. And this can also be the case when you're learning how to sing or practice a new instrument, or you're practicing a speech, maybe a job interview. You can help yourself feel more confident in these abilities if you're able to practice them in front of your dog or your cat or your bird. The data shows that there's so many mental health benefits when it comes to what an animal can provide for you. However, there's also people who do abuse the system. There have been people who will pay for an emotional support animal certification online just so that they can bring their pet on a plane for free or get their pet into restaurants whenever they want, as opposed to utilizing this as a benefit, as a mental health resource to help them feel more comfortable, more confident, decrease symptoms of anxiety and depression. I write these letters for my clients who we have established a relationship, and collaboratively with my clients, we put together a treatment plan and discuss the symptoms that the client is currently struggling with. And then we discuss what animal might be right for them and how that animal can help to resolve or decrease some of the symptoms that they have. It's something that is really serious. It's something that can really benefit a lot of people. There's a really funny but accurate song by A$AP Rock called Kirby. He's struggling with depression and his therapist says, you should try getting a kitten. And he gets this cat and he spends a lot of time with this cat, and incredible results from that. Definitely check out that song. All of the research shows that when you care for another living being, that's what actually gives yourself a sense of purpose, a sense of meaning. This living being, it relies on you. It waits for you to feed it, for you to wash it and groom it and make sure that it's safe. That creates more of a sense of purpose. It increases your levels of positivity and purposefulness. It also helps with your physical health. When you have a dog, you go outside and you walk it. You have a reason to get up out of bed every day, even if it's just to feed the cat. You're doing something, somebody's relying on you. And that's how it tends to decrease those symptoms of depression. Calming, even the weight of your animal on your chest or on your lap is calming and it's grounding. So like I said, this can be an awesome benefit and a really, really great resource. If you're having questions on, is an emotional support animal right for me? How do I go about figuring which animal is the best and how do I get started with this whole process? Or if you have an animal and you think that you might want it to become an emotional support animal because it is doing some of these things for you, go ahead and send me an email, write in the comments, reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram. Like I said, I'm a resource here for you. I want to share with you anything that I know or anything that I can to help you increase your mood, increase your self-confidence, have really great mental health, and work on yourself. And now more than ever is a great time to do that. So I want to be that resource for you. Feel free to reach out to me at bombyourmind.com. And thanks for tuning in. A little cage with 5 crickets to... Gunther, move out of the way. Gunther, can you not hit the table? Move. So you have someone to come home to. Gunther, sit down.